Greetings and salutations. I am Poetic Heretic, back with more paranormal news. This is the story of a Dogman encounter that happened to a man with the last name of Costea back when he was only 7 years old. He lived at the time in Romulus, Michigan, a location with very dense woods. He and his family lived in a farmhouse. The nearby thick trees were between their house and the closest main road, keeping the family quite secluded. Something malevolent lurked in those woods. According to Costea, we had this really strange dog creature that would hang around the property. I say dog creature because this thing was far too big and intelligent to be a stray dog. For Costea, its eyes were the most disturbing part. He notes that it had very pronounced red eyes and that it looked something like a werewolf. Every occupant of the farmhouse saw the Dogman. Costea went on to say, "The dog would frequently stalk the edge of the woods on our property in the day. It seemed to have no fear. My uncle would yell at it or throw things towards it to try to scare it off, but it would simply rear up on its hind legs like a ram and charge at him for a short distance. Fortunately, it never did physically get to anyone on the farm, at least not any humans." Costea recalls, "We would frequently find dead chickens or rabbits after thunderstorms. We knew it was that dog thing because it would leave huge paw prints in the mud and claw marks on the window ledges. It also attacked the house, occasionally ripping apart the screens on doors and windows. Costea said it appeared to want to taunt him and his family. Then one night, the Dogman spoke." Costea continues, "One summer night, my mom had left the window open in my bedroom to cool the room off so I could sleep. She was on her way to the bathroom and went by my room and heard me talking to someone. It was long past Costea's bedtime. His mother thought he was just playing around until she opened the door and spotted the Dogman." Costea recalls, "When she opened the door, she saw me standing in my bed and I had apparently wet my pajamas. I was talking towards the window. I wasn't screaming or freaking out, but seemed to be transfixed and talking in a low voice towards the window. He did not notice his mom entering the room, but instead was focused solely on the werewolf-like creature in his window." Costea went on to say, "When she looked towards the window, the dog had its two front paws pushed through the screen and was looking through the window at us and making a low growl. Its eyes glared red. His mother chucked a bottle of beer at the beast, causing it to retreat. She then aggressively closed the window and the blinds, but it still wasn't over." Costea described what happened by saying, "My mom told me that for about a week or so after that I acted very strange, like the way the kid acted in the movie The Shining. I would say things like, 'We don't want you here,' 'Our ghosts are food,' or 'God thinks you're bad.' Their cats fled in fear from Costea when he came near them during this time. Even more disturbingly, Costea would find sharp objects and cut his fingers with them, then finger paint all across the walls of the house using his blood. Lights would burn out and pop and weird things would just happen," he said. The strange activity ceased 2 weeks after the night Costea saw the Dogman in his window. His uncle was in the backyard doing some work when he spotted the creepy canine approaching the rabbit pen. His uncle had had enough at this point and fired his gun at it, hitting it and causing it to run back into the forest. That was the last time any of them saw it, but Costea, who was now 40, is still haunted by the beast, saying, "I always recall its eyes. You could see its eyes out in the woods sometimes at night." He concluded by saying that to this day he still has nightmares about the Dogman in his window. This has been another report from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.